Hey, hey, hey. Hello. Good evening. Decided to make it a regular occurrence to go live and just to take you on my journey. So today is the 1st of January 2023. Happy New Year. It's going to be a great year, the best year ever. And I believe that so strongly. And I hope you do so too. And so I mentioned yesterday on my live that I am part of a challenge, 100-day challenge for 100-day workout challenge. Well, so there's somebody, a friend introduced on Instagram. She's a mom of four and she's a fitness coach, a former military personnel, knows everything, but somehow has been struggling with weight loss. And so she's kind of on her personal journey, but she's taking people along. So 100 days of workouts. And I just decided to just join, at least just to hold myself accountable, to make sure I work out every day for the next 100 days. So let's see how my 100 days streak goes. So today even though it's Sunday, I had my workouts in the morning after waking up. I slept quite late because I was at all night service for church. And then, so day one workouts done. Yay! And so after yesterday's live, first of all, thank you so much for everybody that liked the live, that dropped a comment. I really appreciate, the love. And somebody also mentioned that they had missed me on Facebook. Oh, anyways. So after the live, somebody reached out to me to talk about, belly fat, how to lose weight in the waistline, just to ask how I did it when I talked about my weight loss journey. And honestly, I told her that that has not really been a concern for me, and I think that has to do with my genetics. So my mom, she had 5 children. She had five children, and even with the 5 children, she didn't she didn't have such a big, belly. So I think that comes with my genes. Anyway, so but generally when I lose weight, I kind of lose weight everywhere around. But I know some people actually struggle with belly fat. For me, once I just lose weight, whatever sorry, the Facebook is giving me one message and I'm trying to figure out what it is. So whatever weight I have on my belly just kind of goes. So, but I do know that people do struggle with belly fat. So I told her, okay, I know primarily it has to do with food anyway, when it comes to weight loss and all that. Yes, one will have to, your food, what your intake is very important, because it's really, it kind of sets the tone. What you put in eventually is what leads to, adding excess weight and all that. But so I try to kind of reach out to 1 or 2 people that I know, might also have had that experience of losing belly fat. And I said, okay, I'll talk about it today on today's live. So the reason why belly fat is also important, apart from the fact that cosmetically people just want to have a slimmer waist and make their belly look, smaller, which is nice. There's nothing wrong with that. But more importantly, the fat in the belly is not just under the skin. Studies have shown that the fat actually also surrounds your organs, like your liver, your kidneys, your internal organs. And the problem with that is that comes with a risk of so many health problems. There's so many health problems associated with having belly fat. And so, heart disease, cardiovascular problems. So apart from the fact that cosmetically, it's nice to have a slim belly, it's also, it's healthy to have a slim belly. So it's something you need to work on. Remember, 2023, we're prioritizing our health. So that's the thing you need to know. And what you need to do is that generally when it comes to weight loss, you need to manage or be mindful of what you eat, your intake. So what kind of foods are you eating? So you need to get rid of the junk food. You need to get rid of processed foods, get rid of I think it's Brian Tracy that called it the 3 white devils. I think it's flour, sugar, and salt. That was just what he said. But cut down on the processed foods, cut down on the carbs. You just need to cut it down. I would, while I don't prescribe a particular diet for anybody, because what works for you might not work for me. We're different people with different needs. But generally, there's a principle. Generally, the principle is you need to reduce your carbohydrates. So you can do that by reducing your portions. You can do that by totally taking out carbs out of your diet. But you just reduce your carbs. And this is very important, because carbohydrates, when it's eaten in large quantities, it actually raises insulin in your blood. And insulin is the hormone that helps to regulate, sugars. It also regulates fat moving into the cell. And so if your insulin level is always high because you eat a lot of carbs, the fat can't be burnt. Your body will not burn fat. Rather, it will be pushing fat into the cells. So you need to reduce the carbs so that at least your insulin levels are not always very high. So you need to work on what you're eating. Portion control, like I said, you reduce those portions. Get rid of processed foods. One thing that can help you, if you take a lot of soda, if you take soda, cut away soda from your diet. If you take away soda, just stop taking soda like soft drinks and all that, and just replace it with water. You're going to cut off a lot of empty calories, that are not really doing you any good. So that's also something you can do. But eat more vegetables and protein and reduce the carbs. So I'm not prescribing a particular kind of diet, but I would say try and limit your carbs to about 100 grams a day. There's a book called Target 100 that it's about weight loss and maintaining weight loss, and that's what it's written by I forget her name, Liz. She used to be in the Weight Watchers program, like a member of Weight Watchers program. So she has a lot of experience helping people weight loss and maintaining it. So reducing your carbs to about 100 grams a day. What 100 grams a day is depends on what kind of carbohydrates you're eating. So you can always Google that and find out. But generally, you're not going to be able to eat so much carbs. So if you reduce your carbs to 100 grams a day, thereabouts, you automatically will have to eat other things to kind of fill up. So you're going to eat more vegetables, protein, and then, of course, but like I said, I'm not going to prescribe, eat this particular diet, no. But just ask around. But generally, you need to watch what you eat in terms of limiting your carbs. So that's the first thing. The second thing, like I also said, is that you have to reduce your portions. So portion size also is important, because some people say, I take fruits, I don't take processed foods, I take whole grains, I take fruits, but the volume of the size of fruits you're taking is also a lot, and fruit also contain carbohydrates, mind you. So control your portions. That's the second thing. And then the third thing is to incorporate exercise, some form of exercise and movement. It helps to burn the fat. Now, there are different types of exercises. I'm not going to say do this, do that. Find out what works for you. But you need to move between 150 minutes to about 200 minutes a week. That averages about 30 minutes a day of exercise for 5 days or for 7 days. So get moving, get active for 30 minutes every day, and find a way to do that, to incorporate that into your routine. I'll go into the types of exercises, what I have done, what has worked for me in some future lives. And especially if you're a woman and you are over the age of 40, you need to prioritize some type of exercises. So while I would not say you must do this particular type of, you need to include things like strength training, because you need to build muscles, but more on that in a future life. So movements, prioritize exercises, become more active. And so as you do that, you realize that the fat will start to melt, and including the belly fat. But there are some exercises that actually help to target, to build your core muscles. And that way, when the muscles are firm up, your belly is going to appear kind of flatter. You know what I mean? But generally, of course, food is the number one thing. You need to prioritize your diet in terms of what you take, and you need to be aware, that all those little things, they actually matter and they add up. And remember, I said belly fat is not just cosmetically unappealing; it also has health implications. So it's something you need to work on. And so I hope I've been able to share some tips for anybody that is struggling with belly fat on today's live. I didn't intend to spend more than 10 minutes because I'm just kind of getting into the habit of building the habit of doing live, as frequently as possible. I think I'm going to settle in on the time. It's going to be evening anyway. It's past 7 here in the UK. I think that will be 8 p.m. in Nigeria, for where most of my contacts are. So, but we'll eventually agree on, I think I'll settle into a time, but to definitely be in the evening. So feel free to share if you have belly fats, or you know something that works for belly fats. Please feel free to drop a comment and share. If you have any questions, please also drop your comments so that if I know about it, I can address it, or I could also help research and be of value to you. But I hope you had a great New Year Day celebration for those of us that celebrated the New Year, and I'm wishing you a very healthy 2023. Let's make our health a priority. Let us take care of our bodies, because it is the temple of the Holy Spirit. It is the only body that we do have, and it's important that our body, we are healthy and we have energy to be able to do exploits, to be able to achieve our goals. So I'll catch you on another live, possibly, most likely tomorrow. Just watch out for me. Yeah, bye.